So my
But-
glitches have not been like that.
Okay.
My glitches have been like, okay, my horse has no head now.
Oh,
Or, okay, you're now stuck in this character and the quest cannot advance.
that's even worse. I could do with the headless horse, but like.
And I'm just like, alright. That's cool, I guess.
Oh, you know what? Really
Also,
threw
I
me
think the
off?
game has a progression on difficulty.
Really?
Because, I'm not gonna lie, I've died a few times fighting enemies.
Yeah, I
Especially
have
when
as
you mess
well.
up that freaking stance stuff.
Oh my, yes, bro.
Which
That's almost
gets
an
harder.
instant
It does
kill.
not get easier. It gets harder.
Yeah, they start
it-
faking you out.
No, it gets harder than that.
What do you mean?
I don't want to spoil that.
Oh man.
Just realize that someone's actions in the first act creates a new group of enemies that are a lot better at the stance thing than you are.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. So the Ronin,
Cooler Jin squad. Because that dude looks just like Jin, but cooler.
gotcha.
Don't
So,
know how to feel.
How do you feel about the Ronin betraying you? Are you surprised?
I'm not.
I'm not either. Like, I could tell this man was holding a mad grudge about this tournament back in the
You broke
day.
his arm.
Yeah.
You broke
but
his
he knew
arm
it
in
was
front-
our first. It was
You
our
broke
first
his
ever...
arm in front of basically all his friends. That he could, hey, show up to this tournament, guys. I'll win it.
Oh,
You broke his arm.
listen, he knew we were just a kid. We had never done anything like it. Like I said, or at least my.
You were
character
just.
said,
He was just.
I got
a kid,
caught
though.
up in the moment. Yeah, but
he
he
was
clearly
just-
knew what was going on here. That's why he invited all these people. He expected an
Oh my
easy
gosh.
sweep. That's his own fault for jumping to conclusions. He expected an easy sweep.
Oh, oh
Oh,
Fiora,
she
why?
just- I saw that. She just like, yeah.
Not
He
that
expected
bad.
an easy sweep. That's his problem. He shouldn't have jumped the gun on that.
No one expects their arm to be broken, though.
Listen, I don't know how the arm was broken in the first place.
Yeah,
But clearly he should have tapped out.
'cause I'm pretty sure they were probably using like wooden kendo sword things.
Exactly. Like he should have
And
tapped out or something.
You hit someone super hard, you breaking arms. You're striking to like basically you'd have killed him if it came down to it. Don't look at me, enemy. You're strong.
Hey, you're strong.
You're stronger than me for a second.
Hey, you're level 60. What you talking about?
59. Dolk has no defense.
Oh.
Forget that. That's why I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Also,
so,
I did get new abilities, but we'll talk about that after our little.
new abilities.
Yeah, I'll show that in a second. But like, yeah.
I don't know. I just
Ryoko-
like I'm not surprised, but
No, it
'Cause
fits the theme.
they made it so
the moment
obvious
he
that
didn't
he
show up, I
didn't-
was like, yep, and then you see him sitting, I'm like, all right, it's happening.
yeah.
It's happening right here.
Like I wasn't surprised. Like I said, they made it so obvious that he was going to like he had so much resentment towards us. But the thing that really threw me off was like, okay, buddy, how does okay? It's one thing to not help us, but how does helping the enemy solve your problem when they caused this problem
Food.
that he still has yet to receive?
I think he got his food now.
No, because when you enter the second act, you have the cutscene of Han trying to get into the temple, and he has to burn those people, and he literally tells them, hey, you have to do your part if you want to get your food.
And he did his
And-
part.
He did that part, but we don't know if he was actually given his food.
Oh, I'm sure he did. So this is also a thing about it, like the Khans and the Mongols and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The way they have their whole society set up, it actually makes a lot of sense why they would win so much. Like, they didn't just be like, it's my way or the highway. If you were strong and you had a good idea, they still went. They went with it. Their whole system functioned on like a meritocracy where you could advance regardless of who you were.
Okay, that sounds nice.
I know, right?
That actually does sound pretty nice. If I can be good at what I do,
Oh, you can
I don't
be
have
here.
to be poor.
You can have your own land, everything. It doesn't matter if you start out as a Mongol. Being a Mongol is just being a part of like a way of life.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, okay, great. Cool. And that helps you win because you're like, nah, man, these people suck. will help
How'd you
you
do
out.
against your first duel with the Ronin? Like after you get into Act 2 and you know it's like it's now one of the side things that you can do, kind of like the collectibles with the fox dens and stuff. They just kind of show the solo arena.
How far did
How'd
you
you
get
do?
into Act 2 before I continue this question? Or answer this question.
How far into
How
it?
much have you done in Act 2? Because you're
Um,
mentioning Ronin, so you fought Ronin.
I fought a Ronin, yes.
Okay, that becomes a standard enemy. How did you just fight a single Ronin?
Like I said, it's a duel. He's in a ring. I meet him in the ring.
That
and
was
we
not
have
my
a
first time
1v1.
seeing Ronin.
That's my first time right there.
Okay, like, I guess we took alternate paths, which is why I was trying not to spoil anything, but that just becomes a common enemy.
Oh, really?
Yes, not at that level of boss nonsense.
Oh,
but
okay. I was gonna say, hold
No,
on,
no,
now,
no.
because
But,
I'm playing
like-
on hard, and I actually died the first time. Like, I was swept the first time.
Because he doesn't stop swinging.
He does not, and he kept doing that red icon swing, and
Oh,
I would
yeah, no,
dodge.
like, I can't do nothing against this.
Yeah, like I would dodge, and my character would still like look like he got hit for some reason, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
what do you mean?
That was also a problem. So, like, in black and white, because I try and do those running fights in black and white, because I'm like, okay, it looks cooler. The problem becomes, eventually you get an ability so you can actually block the blue ones.
Yeah, the blue ones.
You can't tell the difference between blue and red when it's black and white. So I'm like, oh no, this
gotta
ability is
dodge
useless
everything.
now. Yes. So I'm like, well, whatever. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. But yeah, so I fought the Ronin, and I thought it was a really cool fight. Of course, I think all of the solo fights are really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like the official.
Because
boss
it's where
fights.
you get to see the enemy shine and you get to see yourself shine.
Yeah, I thought those were really cool. Actually.
Granted, some are easier than others. All the con fights where they
easier.
got the sword and shield, I'm like, okay, water stance.
Exactly.
Slice like a fool. Oh, your stance got broken? That sucks.
Oh,
I guess
no,
you died.
sucks to be you. But the Ronin fight, when I like officially fought him with the health bar, like the boss health bar and everything, I was like, oh my goodness, he swept me. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna die twice back to back. So the second time I came in full game, but like that first time, he mopped the floor with me. I didn't
yeah,
even. I think I got like a third of his health down. Maybe.
Yeah, all the Ronin act like that, though.
I was like.
So be
oh.
careful with that. They are really good at the stance stuff, and they are freaking good at just moving in and keeping going.
Gotcha.
Like,
I'm
it's
gonna
a
keep
very...
it. Like they were stronger than the freaking head of the than our, I guess, previous childhood friend. I don't know what we call him now besides his name at this point.
Ryoko?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I can't
Yeah.
see names being a spoiler because it's basically like you got to get to that point.
Yeah.
By the time you find out Yuna's Yuna, you're just like, okay, this was the thief.
Yeah. As speaking of, I accidentally ended up walking along the path that she saved us, and I thought they might have put like some interesting item there or something if you went back. Of course I was wrong, but
Yes, you were. Because I did the same thing.
see, it
Yeah,
just seems like something that would happen in a game, like, you know.
It seems like something in a collectible game that you would miss out on and then never see again. And I'm like,
Exactly.
never.
So
Because I don't
took the
think I've been
chance and I
back to
went
that place since I've done it.
No, not since I haven't either. And so I was like, you know, I went and checked it out, and I was like, this is where it all began. Yo, the way she kills Buddy though, in the like when you first see her kill that guy, she played that role so well.
Oh, yeah.
No, please, no, please. And she's crying
At that moment,
as
I
she
was like, oh,
sneaks up
she's going
behind
to
him.
kill that man.
Yo, like
He's
when
going
she sneaks
to
up behind
die.
him while crying, I was like, oh, she's a professional. That man stood no chance.
Not at all. Which way are you facing, you stupid device? Can't tell. Are you facing me? Oh, I can't. Dang it! No. Kill it. I'm not going to kill it in time. Alerts its friend. Okay. But yeah, I mean, and then Kenji's cool. Kenji's not cool.
He's not cool, but he's cool.
But I love how he speaks. Like,
Yeah.
he sells that I'm a swindler role.
Exactly.
He sells it so well. I love it. The dude's like,
when
you are
he-
scummy.
Yeah, when
You're
he's
the
like,
scummiest man ever.
what are you doing? He's like, well, I took you up on your offer to help these people, and I'm trying to help. He sold us to them. Yo,
like,
I
oh.
thought that was hilarious. He was like, wait, you did what? He was like, I mean, I may have,
I
you
did
know,
my
put
best, Lord
dirt
Sakai.
and hay inside of the rice to make the barrels look fuller, and then they may have taken hostages because of it. But it was all in good faith.
I was gonna come back. Eventually.
Like, I love him, but like I hate him simultaneously. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, yo, you are scummy on a whole nother level.
Also, I want to talk about how, like, Jin is, like, I can't tell if he's just indifferent or, like, sadistic. That whole, like, rice bit where that lady's like, can you please go, like, get this rice for me? He's like, okay, I'll go do it. And, like, and she's like, please don't kill them. And it's like, all right, if I don't have to, I won't. I
And
was
then
like,
we
"All
just instantly killed them.
I
Like, there's no
didn't.
option.
Yeah,
for
there is.
anything.
What?
There was no option for me.
I just snuck past them, you fool.
Oh, you just snuck past them and got the rice? No.
Yeah.
I went in there and I did the stance, and I was like, okay, I don't want to kill everybody, but like, I didn't have a choice at that point. I thought there was gonna be like a option for this.
No, it's sneak past. Ugh.
Okay, so you snuck past. Okay, so
Yes.
then what?
You go to her and she's like, "Oh, thank you for getting this rice. You know,
I haven't eaten.
I'm glad you
like-
took it. I haven't eaten in days." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
What did she say after for you? Because she's like, "Well, I told you not to kill anybody." He's like, "Well, you're lucky I didn't." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, she says the same. She has the same dialogue, except
Mm.
I did kill them, so
Yeah, you did.
he doesn't correct her on that front. But he said like, "Don't lie again" or something along those lines.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? No, don't give her
Should
food.
she be
Don't-
punished? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
What is going on?
You
with
just
your...
raided someone else for her sake.
And then you're like, whatever. You're the worst samurai ever. I would never have trained you. I would...
Like,
You're
what
pulling
kind
that
of honor
crossbow.
is this?
You're pulling that freaking arrow sensei's nonsense where it's like,
Right.
whatever.
He's like, oh, speaking of, her story sounds so interesting so far.
Where
He
you
was-
got with her?
I got stuck after Act 1 because you can't do anything else until Act 2.
Okay.
But I think it's like step 5 of 9.
All right.
And basically we saw her light the flag on fire, and then he was like, we won't catch up to her, so we'll just have to, you know, get her later or whatever. And then that was the last part of the quest step that I can do until I get further into Act 2.
Okay.
But you know, when he was talking about how skilled she was, I thought it was like she was a really interesting character. He's like, you know, she didn't have any proper training or whatever, but she
Nothing.
was a prodigy. And he's like, oh, sounds like she was really, she would have been a great samurai. He was like, no, she's just a killer. Like, she's a natural born killer. And I was like,
My
oh,
thing is, this man insults us at every turn.
he does, doesn't he?
And I'm like, what the crap is wrong with you, old man? I'm keeping you alive. I'll leave.
But yeah, it was just like, what do you mean?
What do you mean, old man?
He's just insulting us, and he's like, I don't want to train you because I don't want you to be the same way. And then we're like trying to say we won't be the same, but like all of our actions showcase that we're definitely going to be the same.
Oh, God, yes. Except, I mean, we haven't joined the Huns. Or
True.
Mongols.
But like he said in the cutscene, he's
Goodbye!
like, I'm starting to
Ah,
see.
Yes, gotcha.
I'm starting to see why she betrayed you.
Oh, yeah. I'm like,
this man has issues.
I don't even know if you've hit it, but like Jin hits that point where it's like, yeah, I would have stabbed you too. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
gotten to that point just yet, but
I'm like, all right, great. I
alright,
feel
there it
you.
is. Like, I don't know what this old man has done, but whatever secrets he's keeping is insane.
Oh, don't worry, I still don't know. I still honestly don't understand because he tells you little bits and pieces, but it's like this isn't the full story.
Yeah, like you can
Something
just
is
tell.
missing that's so important that I need to know what you did.
He made a move on her. That's what it was. That's my theory right there. Old man was like, I'm still young, and she was like, I'm not here for that. And he's like, but you're my student.
No, that's not how this is. This isn't your porn. This isn't your stereotypical porn plot. Get out of here, old man.
Get out of here, old man. So, one thing that I still trying to figure out, I guess I didn't understand it properly, when he's talking about his first student and how what made him retire.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on what happens? Because I didn't quite understand it.
What did you?
So
what did you,
I
what
know he didn't die in a invasion. I got that much. He died doing something else. But I wasn't following enough at the time. I was kind of multitasking, so I wasn't picking up on everything. And then by the time it finished, I hadn't actually understood anything. So
I don't think I'm spoiling by saying what I'm saying, because I think I think it's the same thing. But like, I'm sorry if I do and you find out later.
Okay,
but
I mean,
like,
it's fine. I'll find out later.
Yeah. That was his previous student.
Yeah.
And as far as even I know, he was forced into retirement because of it.
Yeah. I got that part. But I don't remember what his student did to... Because whatever
he
this
betrayed
student
the
did...
Lord.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, he tried to kill people.
Okay.
He tried to turn Jin's art into just like something I can just use to kill people. And everyone's like, Jin, maybe you shouldn't teach people. It doesn't seem like you're good at choosing students. And he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to retire. And then it's like, I picked up another student.
Who pretty much...
Without telling anybody.
Yeah. But he
like,
thought maybe she was his redemption arc. But that totally didn't happen.
Apparently,
but he was still a noble, though, despite this, right? Because...
Like a samurai and all that?
Well, not a samurai, but like he's got his own estate, so he's he's still, even despite being retired or shamed,
he's still a big name.
He's still a big name.
And he's still technically not shamed. Because
they
don't know that he was forced. No, as far as everyone knows. Everyone's just like, everyone's basically like, oh, he just retired. He just got old.
Because they kind of swept it under the rug there.
Yeah, but like, he knows why.
Yeah.
The Lord, like some people know why.
Did him a solid then on that.
Yeah,
one.
Basically that's where it was. Like, hey, you have tenure.
Yeah, so we'll just sweep this one under the rug, but don't teach anybody else.
Yeah, don't do that. And he's like, I promise.
I failed on my promise. I apologize. I created a monster again.
I'm very proud of the monster, though. Let's be honest here. Good monster. I did it, guys. You see what I did? I did it. And I'm like, what?
What? Why?
Place is so easy to get lost in. Help. Am I going down or up? I need to go up. I need to go up or down? I need to go there.
Where's there?
I don't know yet. So I'm trying to figure out, like, this is actually like one of the biggest places in the game, I want to say.
Oh, really?
Like, just in size of how big it is, it's big.
Okay.
Because we're inside the Mechonis at this point.
Gotcha.
So I have actually no idea how much space this place takes up. It's a lot, though. I know that.
Okay.
We are just wandering about. I need to get over there. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
But I'm over here. And from here, a dead end, I want to say. Yes. Map!
Does very much look like a dead end.
Okay, so I need to get over there. Which means I need to stay on this level, but I need to get over... I need to get on that spiral over there. Why am I on the spiral then? Whee! Oh, I'm gonna have to fight past those enemies? Maybe? I don't think I can go up this. Yes, I can. Okay.
Or can you?
Yeah, I can. But yeah, that's all of Act 1. I imagine next time we actually do this, we can talk about Act 2 maybe? Maybe not?
It depends. I've been waiting I think it's been like 3 or 4 days since I've played because I've been waiting on my friends, but I don't think they're going to pick back up anytime soon. So I may end up playing more of Act 2. Now, will I finish Act 2? That is the question, because if you say it gets much more challenging, and I am playing on hard.
Nick, I hit an area on accident, which was like overwhelming force was on the screen. And I was like, what does that mean? And I'm on my horse, and I get ricocheted, Devil May Cry comboed off my horse into the air for a good solid 3 seconds off of arrows. I was like,
off of arrows?
Yes, off of arrows. I was like, okay, not this way. I didn't even see what it was on the map. I still can't. I don't know what it was.
Jeez.
It was
funny.
awful.
Do you have to fight all of those?
It shouldn't be that bad. He doesn't have anything special. I mean, it is a named one, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
Also, if you noticed, I don't know, you probably didn't, but when the song that plays when they fight, do you know what the song is called?
No.
You Will Know Our Name.
Is it really?
Yes, and I'm like, that's great.
That is.
I love that. And it only plays for them because they are named. It's like, you will know my name. Gosh dang it. I don't care what it is.
That is pretty great.
And it's a great song. Let me just get rid of some of these people real quick, because they are everywhere. But yeah, that's basically, I guess, where we're at.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Still
What else?
quite a bit though in there. Like when you think about it, that's still quite a lot.
Yeah, and it's so much, and it's really, really cool. I'm enjoying reading all the little history things on there too.
Oh, you've been reading those?
Yes, I have. So cons are weird. Like, they love sake, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Hearing what their alcohol is, I'm like, yeah, I'd love sake too.
Yeah, because Yuna had mentioned it in one of the. I think when you go to the forge, she had mentioned it. She was like, "It's better than the piss they drink," and I was like, "Sheesh."
Oh, it sounds. They drink mare's milk.
Oh wow.
It's like fermented mare's milk
That
is their
sounds
alcohol. Yeah, it sounds like the worst thing ever, doesn't it?
terrible. Yeah, that definitely does.
I'd drinking sake too.
How do you even get drunk off of mare's milk? Like, what? How does that work? How much of that would you have to consume?
I don't know. I also don't know what fermented would taste like with it being milk.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
it just
nothing about that sounds like it should be a thing. Like,
doesn't
you
sound
poor
pleasant.
souls.
It doesn't sound fun. It just sounds sad.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. Look at me. Look at me. Look away. Dead. Alright. But, like, yeah, I've been reading those. I've been trying to get as many banners as I can, and I'm trying to find all these crickets, too.
I found two.
You know what the crickets do, right?
They give you your songs.
You know what the songs do?
Not exactly, but I've played songs randomly in certain spots. Just
well, I want to talk about that in a second, but, like, the songs let you change the weather or the time of day.
Oh, really?
Yes. And you select those song effects through the menu when you're selecting your gear.
Okay. I didn't
Like,
know
you'll
that.
see where you can change your saddle and stuff. You can also go and select your music, and you can choose which song, and that'll choose it. Like, there's one for changing the weather, the time of day, stuff like that. It's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which song I have, but
The
I played
first
it.
song is just turning it to daytime.
Gotcha. I played it for Masako when
Yeah.
he had found her children. I did that much, but that was about it. Now, the crickets only show up in cemeteries, right?
Yes.
There's no icon for cemeteries, though.
No. There's
And
also no icon for banner.
No.
And I think there's like 28 in the first area.
Banners?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, it's fine. I found all mine.
I mean, I didn't find all of mine.
So
I'm
you
sure.
can find the banners and such.
Yeah,
there's
if
no
you have the
icon?
travelers thing, right?
No. Besides
Oh.
that, if you go to the map,
Mhm.
you'll see that if you have nothing selected for like
Okay.
the wind, you can actually tell the wind to like find these things,
Okay.
and it'll just go and it'll go and point you toward it.
Okay.
And then all I do is I just use the fast travel to like get close to it.
Got you. That makes sense.
Hmm.
So can you do that with the crickets?
Yes,
Okay.
but I think you need to actually probably upgrade it. Although I don't think so. Like the upgrades it's really weird. There's a set of like abilities you can get that allow you to do the wind, and it'll point you to like Foxens and such.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's stupid. I won't waste my points on that.
Yeah.
People give me enough rumors, and I'm walking around enough that I can see where those are. That's not
True.
a problem. But I
Yeah.
think like crickets, banners, maybe those other places like the headbands and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Those are all ones that you can use the wind to find.
Okay.
I think it's generally just stuff that's not marked on the map is what you can do. And I'm like, okay, that's helpful. Thank
Yeah.
you for not locking those behind experience points I'd probably want to use.
I mean, the way you've progressed, it wouldn't even matter. You'd have excessive amount of points anyway.
But yeah, well, I think I've almost leveled up my entire like stance tree.
Yeah.
Like those last ones on the stance tree are really going to be helpful, actually.
I think I only have 2 more stances to unlock, and it's actually for the sword stance. I started on pretty much started on the end and then worked my way back because the sword guys are like the easiest to take care of for me.
So I unlocked all my stances in the first act
Oh yeah.
because at first I was like, I don't understand this whole like observing thing, and then when I figured it out, I was like, oh, you can get 2 of those stance points for each little
Sorry, it's
Mongol
it's
area.
frozen again.
But thanks for asking.
I wish I had a brother or sister.
Okay, try that one more time. So you unlocked all of your stances in the first act.
Yeah, so I found out that it was basically like I didn't understand the whole like observe the leader at first.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can
then when
only
I-
observe them in certain locations for some reason. I thought that was kind of bogus.
But it's the ones where you can get the actual stance stuff only. Like not
Yeah,
every area has a boss at it, but every boss can like, if they let you do it, then just do it. You get those
Yeah.
stances so quickly after that.
Yeah, because they counts as 2. If you observe them and then kill them, it'll give
Mhm.
you 2.
Yep. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I started doing the same thing. If it said observe, I observed them and then I killed them.
So by the time I was done with like, by the time I started a lot of the actual questing of like getting to your uncle, I'd already
Yeah.
had all the stances.
I'm
I was like, all right, great, I'm the best ever.
the best ever.
Look at that Bionis right there. Look at
I
it.
see.
Yeah. Creepy. There's the arm. That's where we were.
Yeah. I'm a long way.
Now we travel very far.
Very quickly.
Yeah, well. But yeah, I guess that's that for that conversation, huh?
Yeah, I think we've covered just about everything that we could as far as
Yeah.
Act 1 is concerned.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. How do you feel about the blade, the hook, the grappling hook thing?
The grapple hook, I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Not
feel like-
Spider-Man quality, but
No.
it's okay.
I feel more like Nathan Drake.
Hmm.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Did you
I think that's
just...
it. Yep.
Huh.
I think my only thing is, you can really. I'm starting to really see a formula to these Sony games for their open world stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know if it's because I didn't come that far away from playing Horizon, but this looks and feels a little like Horizon did.
As far as the mantling goes, I can see that.
Like, it feels like. Yeah.